I love you, baby.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Som-hi Austin. For you guys today, I'll be going over your latest Austin FC and Austin FC 2 news. A bit sooner than the last couple ones, we had an influx of news today, so I want to keep you guys updated as soon as possible. First of all, let's take a look at our very own Dani Pereira. The Venezuelan midfielder was called up Friday morning by La Vinotinto for their fixtures in their upcoming FIFA friendlies against Italy on March 21st and Guatemala on March 24th, both in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It will be really exciting to potentially see Dani playing against the Euro 2020 winners, Italy, and their world-class midfielders such as Inter Milan's Nicolo Barella and Arsenal's Jorginho. It is also important to note, as pointed out by We Are Austin TV, that Dani Pereira will miss Austin's fixture on March 23rd against Orlando. All of us will be wishing you the best of luck, Dani. Éxitos. Next on News Roundup, courtesy of Phil West on Twitter, he reports from the Austin FC front office, quote, 100% of season ticket holders who requested Austin FC 2 U.S. Open Cup tickets for March 19th by March 7th deadline will receive free tickets, with reps reaching out next week, end quote. Phil West also stated he's working on the full story. I'll make sure to link his Twitter in the description down below so you guys can check that out. I did see some people were saying that they hadn't heard anything at all from their representatives. But if this is a step Austin FC and Austin FC 2 are taking, it's a step in the right direction. I'll keep you updated on any developments on the matter. Speaking of Austin FC 2, on Friday, USL side Pittsburgh Riverhounds Soccer Club announced that they signed former Austin FC 2 winger Emmanuel Johnson. The Liberian-American player joined, being without a club after being let go following his return to Hibernian FC B in Scotland from his 2023 loan in Austin. The wide man scored 1 goal and 1 assist in his 26 appearances for FCito during his time, and he helped the side win both the MLS Next Pro Western Conference and the MLS Next Pro Cup. EJ will link up with former Austin FC 2 players, midfielder Jackson Walty and defender Chris Pinkham in Pennsylvania, and we wish them all the best. Also, just as a quick little tidbit, as some of you may know, with me being a Barcelona fan, I found it pretty interesting that he was part of Arizona's Barcelona Academy in 2021 when he was only 18. But if we do move on to another Austin FC 2 player, also on Friday, this time still signed with the club, and who was just called up to the first team on a short-term contract against Seattle last week, Valentin Noël, was revealed by Las Vegas Lights as their newest signing. The USL club, for an undisclosed fee, signed the player, with it also being mentioned, courtesy of Tom Bogert, I don't know if I pronounced that right, on Twitter, that Austin will hold a 40% sell-on fee on all future transfers should Noel leave. The Frenchman recorded 6 goals and 25 appearances for Austin FC 2, en route to, as mentioned, winning the MLS Next Pro Western Conference and Cup in 2023, with the midfielder even being named as the Cup's MVP in the final. This transfer hit us Austin fans rather hard, even if he was a FCito player, as the French midfielder was in a lot of fans' minds, including my own, that he was going to be one to break through at Austin this season, as he was clearly too good for a third-tier league. And sure, there is such thing as, the league quality gap, but as tweeted by mentioned Jackson Walty, who's a huge, honestly, Valentin Noël fan, he's one of his stands if you look at his account on Twitter. In the mere 261 minutes of first-team football Noël played for the first team, he scored 3 goals, averaging at a goal every 87 minutes, which sure is not a huge data stat to look at, considering it's not that many minutes or whatnot. But it can be considered a look at Noël and what he could have provided for this team, even if that was off the bench, somewhere where we're lacking at the moment. His biggest obstacles were that he would have taken an international spot and plays as a sort of 10, which we know is well occupied already by Driussi. Also, as mentioned by K_Trahan on Twitter, he is 24, and so it was kind of like a now or never promotion to the first team that maybe Valentin needed and wanted, but since it didn't happen, he had to move on, and for that I say good for him. I think we all do, and we'll all be rooting for him. He, like EJ Johnson, will also be reunited with former Austin FC 2 members at Las Vegas Lights, head coach Dennis Sanchez, who previously served as an assistant coach with Austin FC 2, as well as Austin FC 2 captain and 2023 MLS Next Pro Best 11 player. Wow, that's a mouthful. Joe Hafferty. Again, we wish not only Valentin, but the other Austin FC 2 players all the best in their new endeavors. Lastly, in the news, depending on when I release this, if I can get it out either before the game against St. Louis, you guys might already known or seen. If not, the Austin FC 2 players, defender Antonio Gomez and winger Jimmy Farkerlund, were signed to short-term agreements for the match. It remains to see if either of them will make it off the bench. Fans are saying it's Jimmy time, and every post you see, it's Jimmy time, so it's Jimmy time. And, the hype is there for sure. But that does wrap up this news roundup. Like I said, it's rather, soon, right after another roundup, which was yesterday or depending when I release this. But it was a busy day today, Friday, so I wanted to get this out for you guys ASAP. If you guys did enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure to comment down below what you guys think of the Austin FC 2 transfer moves, the U.S. Open Cup fiasco, and, the calls for St. Louis. And once again, if you guys did make it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.